Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of the podcast. Don't know what that hand gesture was. If you're watching this, who knows? We're back for episode 2. Today, I am taking on the topic of cats with a good friend of mine, Tia Locke. I hope you enjoyed the first episode, and I hope you really enjoyed this second episode, talking about cats. Also, big props and shout out to Carl Valentine, who you can find on Instagram at Carl Valentine Music, for making this little fancy jingle you're about to hear. So kick back and relax and enjoy episode 2. Boom, so we're live. So,
hello.
How are you?
All right, yeah, I'm not bad. I'm just, lockdown life.
Lockdown life, yeah.
Freewheeling, social distancing.
You are still working, aren't you? You're working from home, aren't you?
Yeah, still working from home, like normal hours and stuff now, and it's actually so busy.
Oh, really?
I'm so busy, but it's good. It's good busy.
I was saying this. I don't know if you actually watched the first one that I did of this.
I actually did.
Oh, you actually did? Okay, good. Because that would have been really awkward if you're like, oh yeah, I'll be on your podcast, but I didn't listen to the first one. No, I was saying on that. Yeah, I don't listen to my friend's shit. Like, no, it's stupid. No, I was saying on that, obviously, I feel like I've been way busier at home than, actually being in the office. It's weird.
Yeah, I think you're either on one side or the other. You either find yourself more productive by being at home, or you find yourself the other, or complete opposite.
Do you have that?
Are completely different.
Yeah. Do you have that sense of guilt with working from home? You just feel like people think you're not doing what you should be doing, so you do more to prove that you're doing what you should be doing.
The first week, but then where I was just so busy anyway, I didn't even have time to think about it.
Yeah.
But I find it so much more relaxing and peaceful.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Do you have the whole Groundhog Day feeling as well, of the same day, every day's the same, or do you not feel that?
Sort of and no, because with my job, every day is a little bit different. With marketing and stuff, you don't know what requests you're going to get come in. So, but at the same time, yes, because you're in that sort of routine, but it's not a routine. It's a completely weird routine.
Yeah, it's strange.
You know what I mean?
How is your setup at home right now? Are you working in one room and then Aaron's working in another? Yeah. By the way, Tia's, for people who don't know, Tia's boyfriend's name is also Aaron. So just not to confuse.
It's a different Aaron.
There's another Aaron.
But so when I started working from home just before we officially went into lockdown, so
okay.
I went onto the Range website and I was like, right, I need to get a desk. My flat, for anyone that doesn't know, my flat is absolutely fucking tiny, by the way. It's a 1 bedroom, so small. So at first I was on my laptop on the dining room table, but I was like, he's going to have to work from home soon as well. So it's going to be manic with each other. So basically I've got this desk in the corner of my bedroom and I work in the bedroom and he works in the living room.
Oh really? Okay. So he's been subjected to sitting at the dining table.
He said he'd rather do that than sit in the bedroom, which was fine by me.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, exactly. So what did you get? A little corner desk or something?
It's quite cute actually. I would show you, but my bedroom's an absolute fucking tip. It's just literally it was £40 as well, and it's it's got little shelves.
Yeah.
And
did you get yourself a proper chair to sit in and stuff like that?
No.
He did it. Oh no! Are you breaking your back on some dining chair or something?
It is a dining chair, and luckily it's not too bad. But it's my bum. My bum is numb. I've got this cushion that you're meant to take on round your neck on an aeroplane.
But you sit on that.
A bit like a Piles cushion.
Yeah,
but I'm not.
I was gonna say literally that scene in Bad Boys where they sit on the little Piles cushion. For anyone
I haven't got a nice fancy chair like you.
No, I was gonna say that's what you need is a fancy chair, because I know a lot of the people at work, like some of those guys, as much as they're IT geeks, so they didn't have proper desk chairs at home.
Oh really?
Which surprised me, how many of them didn't have a chair. I was like, oh, working IT, they don't have a chair. What the fuck?
Yeah. You thought they'd have a good setup or something at home.
Yeah, but people didn't have chairs, and I know some of them were struggling to get chairs. Because, at the start of this, when it was all going mad, nobody could get, desk chairs because everyone was fucking buying chairs. So
could they not take like their
a couple did
their
take them
chairs
from work. Yeah, they did.
Some people did that at ours, and I was like laughing, thinking, "Oh, is this only going to be for like a few weeks? Like, why are you going to take your chair home?" Now there's me with fucking numb ass, like regretting life.
You should invest. Should invest in a chair. That's what you need to do. Maybe not like a fancy chair, but just the chair, like a proper chair to sit on.
By the time it gets here, we'll like.
This is true. It could be.
This might have all blown over. I don't know. Well, the amount of people that are outside now, like.
Well, yeah, you'd be remiss.
Wouldn't even know there was a lockdown on.
No, I went for a walk yesterday, and just going out for a walk. There's so many people outside, but you wouldn't think anything was going on really. It's pretty crazy.
Naughty.
So yeah. Anyway, lockdown, terrible time. We came here to talk about cats.
We did. Well, moving on. My favourite part about lockdown is the fact that I get to be with my cats all day, every day.
Well. For anyone who doesn't know Tia is the absolute guru of cats. She loves cats a lot. Yeah, look, anyone who's watching the video version of this, that she is now showing off her cat t-shirt. So yeah, she is the goddess of cats. And if I ever want to get someone, if I know anyone who's after a cat, I send them Tia's way. It seems to be anyone who's after cats goes through Tia. So
literally, I don't use Facebook for actual Facebook stuff. I use Facebook to like repost like all the cat rescues. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say cat rescue stuff. When I was with my ex, she would just constantly be like, "Can we have this cat? Can we get this cat?" And it was because you were just filling her feed with cats, and I was like, "No, I've got a cat."
But in the end, I gave her a cat, didn't I?
You did. She got a cat. My friend James, he got 2 cats. He's very happy with cats, by the way. He's not like.
Oh yeah.
We call him Cat Daddy. I don't know why, it's really sad.
That makes me so happy. There were some stray farm cats where I used to work, and I used to sort of look after them, and one of them got pregnant, and I was like, oh my god, what are we going to do with these kittens? And Az's friend was looking for some cats, so I like looked after these little tiny baby kittens.
Raised the
for
babies.
Like 8 weeks. I raised the babies.
So what was the whole setup of that anyway? With like having cats at like were they just strays that were just looked after from you guys at your office? Or
they were. So my office was like on farmland.
Yeah,
and I think they were there to be farm cats and catch rats and stuff like that. But
okay.
Seeing these tiny little baby cats, I'm like, no. That's not fair. Like, I used to like just make sure they were looked after and put some biscuits down and stuff, and they got a little bit too domesticated and then didn't.
But by the way, they're still super feral, those cats. Like at heart, like he'd often send me videos of him like bringing like dead animals and stuff in, and like chasing animals around. He recorded them one night just chasing a mouse. They put a mouse in, but it was still alive. And he recorded them, and it's like because he called them Jesse and Pumbaa. Which is like the strangest names for cats ever. So if James is listening to that, sorry, you've got weird names for your cats, dude. But
beautiful cats, but funny names.
Yeah, Jesse and it's like I don't know why he didn't say Timon and Pumbaa or Jesse and Woody or something like that. I don't know. He went for the whole Disney vibe, but went for completely different fucking films. But
I mean, what we've named our cats, like
yeah,
yours were. Together, to be fair.
Well, yeah, I had 2 cats. It's a sad story here, actually. So, didn't get these cats through Tia. Another friend of mine had like a litter of kittens, and I had 2 of them off her. And they obviously, the thing was, I wanted Bruce, which is my black cat, who is still with us. And I fucked up, by the way, because I meant to get Bruce in to show him, like on camera. I was going to hold him and be like, there he is. But I fucked up. He ain't here. I don't know where he is actually. So yeah, I got Bruce, and I got but when I picked Bruce, the deal was I could only have him if I took his sister, because they were just always inseparable when they were little. So they were always together. So I was like, oh well, fuck it, I'll take 2 of them then. Why not? So I had Bruce and I had Selena. So funny thing was as well is Selena actually turned out to be a boy. So I had a male cat because I didn't want to change his name. Because the thing was, he was used to his name. So he'd come to
Yeah.
Selena. Like if I called Selena, he'd come. So he was just a queen in the end, basically, because
Queen.
he was my queen cat because I didn't want to change his name, so I felt bad. So, but yeah. Anyway, unfortunately, sadly, one night, Selena, we don't actually know what happened, but we found her in the neighbour's garden. The neighbour did have a husky dog, and and I heard a ruckus like the night before, and I was like, in my brain, I was like, that sounds really weird. Like, and the cats are out. Like, I don't know what the fuck. And I went out and called them, and they didn't come. And I thought, oh, that'll be fine. Like, they've lived next door to the huskies for ages and stuff like that. It can't be nothing. And then, like, the next day, Selena didn't come back. You know, when you have that horrible fucking feeling in your gut, something's wrong.
Dread.
And I was like, especially after hearing like the noise the night before, I was like, something's not right. So we got the neighbour to check, and like he looked behind his sheds, and poor Selena was down there. So I don't think the dog attacked her. I think what happened was because like where my neighbour's garden is, so like he had like a run for, or like a shed thing that the dog lived in, because it was like they used to have husky puppies and stuff. They like lived out in the back. It's like it wasn't like a shed. It was like, I don't know. It was some weird doghouse thing.
Some sort of
dog fucking.
Some doghouse.
Some dog home, yeah. So you had the shed, and then that was in front. So the cat had like run behind the shed. I think what actually would have happened is that the cat was scared shitless, and then when she's bolted up the back of the shed, she's got stuck and couldn't turn around. And I reckon she's maybe had a heart attack or something like that. Because my dad, so I didn't actually see the cat. I didn't want to because like
no, I wouldn't.
No,
oh,
I didn't want to see it. I was just like, no, it's horrible. So I didn't want to see it, and but apparently she didn't have any marks on her, so. I'm guessing she probably did just get scared to death, literally. So the worst thing though was poor Bruce. Poor Bruce was so sad. He was so sad for like weeks. This has got really morbid, but
we'll turn it back round, and then we'll turn it back round again later on.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get really sad again later and talk about all our dead pets. But yeah, no. So it was fucking sad. The worst thing was for Bruce though. Like it was so sad for Bruce. Like I felt bad for him because like he just you could tell he was like a bear with a sore head. He just didn't know where to go or what to do because they were always together. So
they were only young as well, weren't they, when it happened?
Yeah, I think they're maybe like a year and a half, maybe. Yeah, maybe two, maybe a year and a half, maybe two. Between that sort of time, so they weren't that old at all. So obviously Bruce has gone on to be totally fine though. He's a big fluffy man. And he's all good and happy. So, yeah, it's fine.
Have you explained what Bruce and Selena actually is?
Oh, yeah, I didn't. I went straight into the depression shit. That's a very good point. So, yeah, again, I'm a fucking huge Batman fan. That's about my bill. If you're watching the video, right there. I'm a huge Batman fan. So, obviously, Bruce Wayne, Selena Kyle, Batman and Catwoman. That was my plan. Turns out I had two Batmen. So I should have called them Batman and Robin, but oh well. So
Selena was cooler.
Well, the thing was, right, because when we first got them, I didn't know if they were two boys or not, and I was like, I don't want to call them Batman and Robin. Like, if they're two boys, I didn't want to call them Batman and Robin. I was like, because that's rubbish. So I was like, I'm going to use first names. But, like, Robin's first name is Dick, and I didn't want to call my cat Dick. So I was like, yeah, can't call Dick. Luckily, well, I say...
over the fence. Over the fence.
Dick! Dickie! Come on, Dick!
Come on, Dick!
Yeah. Where's my dick? Come home, Dick!
What a question.
Yeah, exactly. Where is my dick? Come home. I need to feed my dick. Yeah, exactly. That would be fine. It's not a good name for a pet at all.
No.
Not that I say my Bruce that often, but you know.
My Bruce.
Where's my Bruce? Where's my Bruce? So, let's go back to happier cat things. Tell me about your two cats.
My two cats are turning 4 this year. That's gone quick. I got them as kittens from a friend of a friend also. They weren't from the cat rescue. I wasn't sure if the cat rescue... I would have totally gone to the cat rescue. But...
I would have, but I didn't.
The reason I didn't is because we live in a first floor flat. Yeah. So basically we would need... They have to approve us first for being in the flat, and secondly, so we'd then need an indoor cat because there's no like kind of like cat flaps and stuff like that. So we thought it'd just be easier to get kittens, and we got them from some dingy little. I hope she's not
listening to this.
I don't think she will.
I'm sure they're not. It's not someone we know, is it? It's not.
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, let's be honest. No, she won't be listening to this. Only people we know will really be listening to this. Yeah.
Yeah, only people we know. Hi guys. Thanks for being fans. Yeah, it was. I got them from some little flat on Greenstead, which is the hood where we both
Yes,
live.
we do live in the ghetto, by the way. If for anyone who doesn't actually know us personally, we live in the hood. So yeah.
In the ghetto. Basically, they were the last two left of this litter. I think this woman just let her cat get pregnant all the time. I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's fitting
Bad.
because Grinstead cat, Grinstead bike cat. It makes sense, yeah.
She was like, I was like, oh, have they had any flea or worming treatment? She was like, no, but we're giving them away for free, so we thought we wouldn't have to worm them.
Do you know what? It's funny. It's fucked up. It's bad actually because you say that. Like when we got Bruce and Selena, they said, "Oh yeah, they've been fleed and stuff." But like the first day we got them, legit, they were covered, and I mean like you could see the fleas on them, and like it was so bad. Luckily, we know a lady who's a vet. And she gave us like some proper stuff that you could like rub all over them. But she come over, it's made me laugh. She fucking grabbed them and just fucking doused them in this stuff. Like, and the cats are just yeah.
It's crazy. If you are giving away kittens or if you're selling kittens, you still need to worm them and flea them because they're poor little bellies. They don't want them to die, basically. So.
Exactly that. It was really bad.
It doesn't matter if you're giving them away, you still need to treat them.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love that as an excuse of like, oh, I'm giving you this cat for nothing, so you can pay to get them cleaned up. Like, here you go.
I know.
Right.
I don't need to get into it, but kittens should be wormed at 2 weeks, and then they should be wormed again at 7 or 8 weeks. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while, but I did that to James's stray cats. So
yeah, he said that you did all that. Yeah, exactly. So at least he didn't get loads of fleas in his house. We had to fucking like essentially fumigate the house after that because they were like the first day we didn't realise, but then the second day it was like the fleas grew, and because they're only so tiny little kittens, you could just see them all over them. It was like, oh holy shit! It was like poor little things. It was so bad.
They literally, when we brought them home, because we literally turned up, and she was like, they're a really nice family. Don't get me wrong, and they were fed and stuff like that, like the cats, so they were fine that way.
Yeah.
She was like, so do you just want to take them now? I was like, yes.
How old were
they? They'd literally just turned 8 weeks.
Oh, okay. So they were like old enough to leave, kind of thing.
They were, yeah, like they've been eating solid food. But one of them, I can't remember which one it was now. If it was, my cat's called Atlas and Odin. Odin after the Viking All-Father.
Yeah, so it was Atlas. See, I was saying this to someone yesterday. I was saying about you being on the podcast, and I was like, it ain't Loki and Odin, is it? I was like, no, I swear it's not Loki and Odin. I got their names wrong, my bad. I got one right, so that's something.
Right, yeah. Odin's the Viking god, the All-Father, bad bitch. And then the other one's Atlas, who was a Greek titan who was punished by Zeus and had to hold up the rest of the world on his back.
Oh, that's great naming. That's fucking amazing naming. I get the feeling Aaron was heavily involved in that name choice.
No shit.
I was going to say, yeah, that feels like it's something it'd be...
Aaron's a massive history geek, but I like those names as well. Like
they are good names, to be fair. They're good names. Strong names.
The original plan was, in our heads, we wanted to get a boy and a girl, and it was going to be Odin and Freya, who was like a female Viking god.
Like a female. Ended up with
2 boys. We didn't do an Asa. We didn't name one of our boys a girl's name.
No.
A girl's name.
Well, it was an accident because, like, to be fair, we shouldn't have trusted it. The neighbour, this is our neighbour was like, "Oh yeah, I can sex cats," and he like picked him. I was like, "Yeah, boy, yeah, boy."
You know, they can sex cats.
Like, say what the. I hope he doesn't sex cats, like actually physically sex cats.
Oh,
I don't know. He was talking about having a. Just totally tangenting, but he was talking to my dad over the fence the other day, and he was saying about like the shed thing that I'm assuming was the doghouse is now like his house, and now the doghouse is where he lives, I guess. And he's all about putting an aerial in there to have the telly in there, and for some reason he's like, oh yeah, so I can watch the porn, and I was like, fucking what? Like in front of my mum, I was like, how dare you speak like that in front of my mother? How fucking dare you?
Who gets their porn on an aerial now?
I was like,
does he not just go on fucking the internet?
Fucking thank you. Legit. First, I didn't say this is in front of my parents, but I was like, who's watching porn on telly? Like, no one watches porn on telly. What the fuck? So yeah, no. Yeah, I know. I know. It's like, how dare you speak in front of V like that? That's disgusting. Go back over your fence.
Fucking hell.
So yeah, sorry, completely offshoot. Yeah, your cats. So they were covered in worms and fleas.
Oh, they're basically covered in fleas and stuff, and
I say covered in worms.
Fleas. They weren't covered in worms.
No.
I don't know if they had worms, but
they needed worming.
They needed worming. Yes.
Yeah.
And we had fleas in the bed and everything like that. So we had the same situation as you.
Oh fuck! It's the worst, right? Legit. Bruce got him in my bedroom, and like, it was funny because it was just before. I don't know if you ever met my mate Jim. Oh, have we got a cat? Oh look, we got a lurker. Here we go. There is cats on this podcast. They are real.
There is. There's one. He's been outside this morning, absolutely loving life, rolling around in the mud.
Yeah, Bruce has a thing for doing that. He loves to roll around in shit, and then he just comes in and just spreads shit everywhere. But yeah, the whole flea thing is like, it was just before my friend Jim was like moving to Australia, and they come over. I felt really bad, and I didn't realise there was fleas in there. And like Jim's girlfriend Jenna realised there was fleas on her, because obviously this is before I had the living room and stuff. I was just in my bedroom, so they were over there, and they obviously where Bruce had been in there. She was like covered in fleas, and I was like, oh my fucking, I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my fucking god.
Thing is, it's like so funny how we get embarrassed by those sorts of things. I remember like years ago, before I moved in with Aaron, and so like at my mum's house with our old family cat, I remember somebody was round and he used to always get fleas. Like he was fleed all the time. Like we used to flea him all the time.
Some cats do.
Always get fleas. I think it's because he was outside cat like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember my friend and her friend were come over, and her mate was like playing with this cat with him, and I could see like a flea like jump on her, and I wasn't sure if she noticed it or not. She was a bit pissed just playing with the cat, so I wasn't sure if she'd noticed it. But I was thinking, oh, like this is so embarrassing. But at the end of the day,
cats get fleas. Everybody knows cats get fleas. Yeah.
It doesn't mean they're dirty, because cats are really clean animals. Like they groom all the time. It's just one of them things that they get. But it's that stigma where you just get.
Oh yeah, you just instantly like you. It's like that thing of like feeling like your house is dirty. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god, I've got fleas. Oh no, fucking nuke the house. Start
I feel
again.
like I'm the one with the fleas. Like that's how it feels. Like.
Yeah, totally. No, it's not good. But yeah, so they were all happy and healthy after being fleed and wormed, obviously. So they're all good now.
Yeah, and now, so because we live in a flat, so they are house cats, but from when they were little, we used to let them out for like an hour at a time, like as long as we were with them. So now you go out, you let them wander around, and they'll come if you call them. Like they're well trained.
I was gonna say it's got to be awkward because obviously where you live in a first floor flat, obviously you can't have like a cat flap or something. So.
No, because it's like we've got our front door and then there's a security door as well. So we literally just have to let them out, walk downstairs with them, and we sort of prop the back door.
Have you got little leads at all? Have you got a little lead for them? Oh, you should totally get a cat lead. Oh, you tried?
Oh my god, we tried when they were really little, and I think one of them would have been alright. I think Odin would have been okay on it, but Atlas, like, nah, and
not for me.
It was more effort than it was work.
Too constrained.
More effort, yeah. And at the end of the day, I didn't want to be that fucking weirdo that was walking around with 2 cats on a lead.
That'd have been amazing. That'd have made some great Instagram stories or something at least. Like,
I know that was before I was a fan of the gram. If I'd have known, I'd have done it so differently. Fan of the gram. We could have been famous at this. We've got TikTok now, so we have to do that.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Make TikTok videos with them. It'd be great. Train them. Go on Britain's Got Talent. Do something, anything.
I've got one actually that I'm going to upload later because Atlas likes to climb trees.
All right, okay. Well, at the end, when I ask you to give your fucking socials for people to follow and stuff like that, you can promote your little TikTok and stuff. So how old were you when you first got your first cat?
I think I was 10 because we didn't have pets before that. Apparently, we had a little dog when I was about 2 or 3.
All right.
But I don't remember. It was a Jack Russell called Robbie, apparently, after Robbie Williams.
Oh.
Why not?
What? Yeah, why not?
I know. But I think I was 10 because I didn't remember, like, I don't remember super loving cats before that, but I just wanted a pet and I wanted a cat.
Yeah.
Like my mum said, yeah. So that one was from the cat rescue.
Oh, okay.
He was called Sweetie.
What a name.
That was his name from the cat rescue, and I was like, we can't change his name. Of course we can't change his name. And that cat was honestly the nicest, loveliest cat ever. He used to like sleep on your stomach and just.
He was an actual sweetie, so the name was.
He
fitting.
was an actual sweetie. Yeah. I don't know the backstory to him at all. Like, but.
So did you not have him for long then, or?
We only had him for a year because. Sad story alert, guys.
Oh god, here we go. We're going somber again, guys.
I mean, this one's super somber.
Oh fucking hell. Okay, right, fucking buckle in.
So, we got him for my 10th birthday, or around my 10th birthday, and then for my 11th birthday, I had a party at home, and I was super excited to show all my friends my cat, and I was like, oh,
God, I don't like where this is going.
I've literally been telling everyone all day, like, oh, I can't wait for you to see my cat. Like, because I think some of them had seen it, but not the one. Like, there's some friends that you don't have round to your house, and these were the ones that hadn't
only
seen
on like very, very special occasions, yeah.
Yeah, basically. And so at my little party, we were like calling the cat all day and couldn't find him. And I was like, oh, he must just be out and about. But all right. And then once everyone had gone home, my mum was like, Tim, I've got something to tell you. And I was like, what? It's like, you know your cat? Like, yeah. He got hit by a car today and died. And I was like, I remember this really clearly as well. Like 11-year-old me. And I was like, are you joking?
Holy shit.
Are you joking, Mum? And she was like, no, I'm really sorry. And I just remember running upstairs into my bedroom and hiding under the covers and just crying my fucking heart.
Oh my god! Oh, that's awful. So you picked up this cat all fucking day as well, and like,
I know.
Oh
shit! How ironic! Like,
that's fucking
crazy.
Terrible. Do you know? I've had two cats who have been hit by cars, and both of them have survived. How fucked up's that? That's fucking crazy. I've got indestructible cats. I swear. Bruce was hit by a car.
Oh, Brucey.
Yeah, Bruce was hit.
When was he hit by a car?
Well, we don't know if he was. Well, I would say we don't know if we're assuming he was hit by a car, because like when cats often get, I didn't know this until this woman who fucking is like the cat whisperer, a bit like you, told me. But when they get hit by cars or clipped by, like, could have been clipped by a bike or anything, is they tend to like put their claws out, and when they put their claws out, all his claws like essentially like fell out, because he was like clawing into concrete floor.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently that's something that happens. And he had a pain in like I reckon he was like clipped on his back legs or something. It's like flung him. But yeah, he had to keep him indoors for like 6 weeks. Like he weren't allowed out. He's really like poorly with it. But yeah, no, he was fine. He was fine. And then we had our other cat, Tommy, years ago.
I remember Tommy.
Remember Tommy, little ginger fuck? Yeah. And he was hit by a car, and he was hit really bad though. He broke his pelvis. So he was really like fucked up from it, and like we took him to the vets and stuff, and they were like, "You're gonna have to have him put down." But my mum was like, not me, but my mum was like adamant. She was like, "I'm not having him fucking put down. There's no way." It was like, there must be something you can do. And they were like, "Well, it's either gonna cost you like thousands of pounds worth of vet bills." We didn't have any fucking insurance then because we were silly people. Bruce is insured.
It happened.
It does happen. So he wasn't insured. So my mum was like, no, I'm taking him home. Give me all the medication and stuff like that. And legit, we like nursed that cat back to health. Like if he had to, if he wanted to go out to the loo, we had to take him because he wouldn't poo in a litter box. Because he never used one when he was little. Since we had him as a kitten, he'd always go out. Because he was an outdoors cat. Like we had a cat flap and whatever. So yeah, we'd have to literally take him outside, let him go to the loo, and then bring him back indoors. Like whenever and he'd cry when he'd want to go and stuff like that. And we'd bring him back in, and we had him on all his pain medication and stuff. And after about, I don't know, for about 6-7 weeks, like he was okay. He was totally fine. He didn't like people touching his back where he broke his pelvis. Didn't like people so if he touched his back, he'd fucking go for you. But yeah, no, he was fine. Totally fine.
They're so robust, aren't they? They're really robust creatures.
Robust creatures.
They're really robust creatures, cats. My friend Charlotte, exactly the same thing happened to her cat.
What broke his pelvis?
Got hit by a car, and I'm pretty sure it was her pelvis, something like that. And the vet said that it was going to cost thousands.
How fucked up's that though? Is they just like have it put down? Like imagine we had killed Tommy. Like he literally lived probably about another 8-9 years after that.
Mate, it's horrible. It's when when ours were kittens, when they were like, I think they were 3 months, Odin had a really bad accident. Oh,
I remember
this was horrible. I was in Bournemouth and visiting my friend Kelly, and Aaron was at home, and I had these missed calls, quite a few, and then the text saying, answer your phone. And it was Aaron saying basically the ironing board had been propped up in the hallway, like where we just hadn't put it away, and the cats had been running around and knocked it over, and it landed on Odin, on his head.
Yeah, I remember when this happened, because he texted me. He was like, I don't know what to do. Yeah.
This is literally one of the worst moments of my life, because I was so far away as well. There's nothing I could do.
Yeah.
And we got it sorted anyway. Like, we didn't have insurance at the time either. They were so little. Like, they hadn't had their injections yet, so we were gonna get them insured once they had their injections. And so Aaron managed to get him to the emergency vets and stuff like that. But when I went to see him, they'd put this like little cast on his arm where they put in like IV drip or whatever it was. But he was like, his eyes were like almost glazed over. You know how cats have that inner eyelid?
Yeah.
Like when they blink and stuff. So that was like halfway over. And he was like blind, and he was walking around in circles.
Oh my god.
He couldn't walk it because he had like my other cat's just run off. What are you doing? They're so fucking weird, I swear to God. But yeah, he was where he had so much pressure on his brain, he was just walking around in circles, and we had to take it on a day-by-day basis. And where we didn't have the insurance, he was at the emergency vet, so we were paying like £300 a day.
Holy
and
shit!
The vet,
yeah,
I know. And he looked like in such a bad way. And I remember the vet saying, "Well, we can try, give it another day, try for one more day, and see how it goes, or you can obviously make that decision to put him to sleep." Like, she was like, it's 50-50, like the choice is entirely up to you. And I'm just sat there looking at him, like crying my eyes out, thinking, well, what if he doesn't get better? He can't spend his life walking around in fucking circles. Oh, that's the front door. Aaron!
This podcast wouldn't be this podcast without an interruption. That's right, I'll edit this bit. It's fine. I'll cut it. We're just out here. Cats, huh?
You'll never guess what's just been delivered. I'm not even joking.
Is it something for cats? Oh, look, there you go. Perfect timing. Cat sound. Natural, in fact. Look at that. Cat-related delivery for a cat-related conversation. So, it's all good.
No. I don't know where Aaron's actually gone. There we go.
I've just left the house. He's gone out to join all the non-social distances. That's what he's done.
Basically, so we're sunbathing with Karen over the road.
With Karen over the road? Oh, God, Karen.
I don't know if that's her name.
Karen and Aaron. What combo?
Actually, it's probably Donna.
Donna?
But yeah, obviously we did decide to carry on, and like it's a good job we've got a credit card and
Jesus Christ, I was gonna say that's
parents that can lend you money.
Hell of a bailout, £300 a day. Jesus, that is absolutely crazy.
Our cat that we got for free that was covered in fleas ended up costing us £1,300.
Yeah, Jesus, yeah, Christ. But obviously he's okay. Has he got any like long lasting effects after that, or is he actually like fine now?
He's a little bit derpy.
Oh, he is. Yeah, I was gonna say surely because that's a lot of head trauma for a small cat.
Yeah, I'm talking to Azza. Yeah, you interrupt him.
Tell him to fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off. He's a little bit derpy. Like, he's not disabled or anything like that, and he's actually quite clever, but he's just a bit...
There's times where you're like, yeah, you've got some trauma in that little brain of yours. Bless you. Yeah.
Yeah. He has his moments.
Oh.
He has his...
Well, at least he survived. That's the main thing. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, ironing board landed on a cat so small as well, because obviously it was when he was a kitten and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
if you think, like, if a human had a head injury like that,
oh yeah,
like not an ironing board, but of the same sort of.
Yeah. So if you put the same scale, yeah, you'd probably be dead or like disabled for life, kind of thing. So.
We brought him home, and then we had like this makeshift pen type thing where we were taking it in turns. One of us was sleeping in the bedroom with him, and then one of us was sleeping in the bedroom with the living room with Atlas. Because he kept like getting up in the night, and he still had this big fucking cast thing on, and just was walking around like bumping into things, and he kept trying to climb out this cage thing, but he had to be really careful. So we're just trying to make sure that he weren't like knocking his head or anything like that. He's a nutter.
Well, that's crazy. I guess if you had to pull night shifts, it's literally like having a kid, though, isn't it? Like, it's the attachment you get to your animals and stuff like that as well. It's like literally, like.
I think that's why I love them so much. These are my babies.
They're my babies.
These are my babies.
Yeah.
They're my babies.
I won't like call Bruce my baby. Bruce is my baby. He's my little man. So.
Brucey, he's such a good cat.
He's a good lad, yeah. He's funny though, because like as soon as the weather turns nice, that's it. Like he's never indoors. He only comes in when he's hungry. Oh, he loves it when the weather's nice. He's always just out, just sunbathing. So
that's funny as well, because he's got such long fur. You'd think they get hot.
You would. I think to be fair, I say sunbathing. He's normally like in the bushes and stuff like that, because it's like over our fence. It's like this big bushed off area, but there's a block of flats behind where we live. And then there's like a big like bushed off area, and I'm pretty sure because whenever you call him, he comes straight back over the fence. So he's literally not far. Oh. He don't go very far, but yeah, he's always out now. Like it's like he made me laugh last night. It was like 2:00 in the morning. He's like I was still awake anyway. It's like if my door was shut, so he's like outside the door, like screaming his head off, like "Let me in!" So that's a lot of that.
I hate that. Does he scratch at it?
He don't scratch it, funny enough. He'll just meow really loudly. And he'll know I'll hear him and have to let him in. So
they're such little bastards sometimes. I'll scratch and it does my head in.
Yeah, Selena was worse. When we had Selena would like wake you up in the night, just climb on you and just come sit on you. And it's like, what are you doing? Can you get off me?
Just wanted attention.
Yeah, legit. Like you're sound asleep, she'll just come sit on you. It's like, oh, okay, great.
He.
Sorry, I still call it even now, like post death. I still call it she. So yeah, nice sad face. Oh god, post death. Oh, existential dread.
What would you say is your favourite thing about owning cats? Then
what would you say my favourite thing about owning a cat is?
What's your favourite thing?
We're role reverse now. You've started asking me questions. To be fair, I don't know. The thing I like about cats is I'm more of a cat person than a dog person. Obviously, I'm assuming you're exactly the same, unless you have an equal love for dogs as well. No. See, dogs are too much for me. I won't lie, I'm too lazy for a dog. Way too lazy for a dog. Too lazy for a dog. So much maintenance, dogs. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Whereas with a cat,
much more responsibility.
See, I don't like these people as well who are like cats aren't affectionate, because that's not true. Like that's really not true. That's a misconception of cats. I think like cats are very affectionate.
Yeah, I don't get that. I used to have a teacher who used to say at college. He used to say, "Cats only want you for a warm lap." I'm like, well, actually, Sarah, my cats won't sit on my lap, so that's fucking lie to start off with.
That's bullshit. If anything, Bruce prefers his beanbag than sitting with me. So
exactly, but they do want like affection, and they've got their own personalities as well.
Oh, legit! Like Bruce will pine. Like if I'm away, like for work or anything like that, if I'm away for a few days or like whatever, he'll pine for me, and like when I come back, like he does. Like it sounds dumb, but legit, he knows what time I come in from work. Like, as soon as I've finished work, he comes back in the house and stuff like that. He'll hear me turn up some nights, like in the car. Or if he hears my car, he'll know. Like, sounds fucking nuts, obviously, but, like, he does. Like, it's too much of a coincidence. Too much of a coincidence for him to do it every single time. Do you know what I mean? Like, he knows. So, yeah, no, he does know times and stuff. So, yeah. Clever. They are clever. Very clever. Sneaky. What about you? What's your favourite thing about having a cat, though? I mean, mine is just having a little wingman.
How long have we got?
As long as you want, really. So.
No. I don't know. So many different things. So I love like that they've got their own little personalities.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're just like there, like they're actually. This keeps getting really deep, and I'm trying not to make it deep.
She's going to start getting emotional in a minute. Oh, God, I love my cats.
I don't do emotions. No, like you know how people refer to them as like emotional support animals, like in general, like people have emotional support dogs and stuff like that. I feel like definitely
Cats know when you're upset and stuff like that. My old cat Shadow that I had years ago. You met that cat.
It was a lovely cat.
It was a lovely cat. He'd know, like, if you were sick, anything like, anytime, like, I was sick or my mum was sick or anything like that, like, he'd know and, like, go and sit with you. Because, like, he'd just know you had the flu or whatever was going on. He could tell. They are empathetic animals, for sure. So
Definitely. Like, if you've had a bad day or something like that, if I just come home and give them a cuddle, if they'll allow me to give them a cuddle.
Oh, okay. They're like that, eh? They're like, not today, yeah.
Well, Odin you can pretty much do what you want with, but Atlas loves affection, but it's got to be on his terms.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Definitely. But yeah, giving them a cuddle just makes you feel so much better.
Yeah. I get that.
Definitely. Yeah. And yeah, I just love, they're both quite cheeky and quirky. They're fucking weird. Atlas likes to eat plastic.
He's plastic?
Oh my god, it's so weird. I've never known a cat like it.
What kind of plastic? Like hard plastic or?
Like, say if you accidentally leave a bit of like a wrapper off to something, he will fish it out and he will get it and he'll try and eat it.
Oh,
we have to be so careful, and you have to chase him to get it out of his mouth as well.
Oh god, yeah, that's not good.
It's weird. It's so weird. I don't know why. When we first got them, when they were little tiny kittens, one of them had an accident in the bathroom, like shit. Basically.
Shit. Yeah, you can swear on this. Like, you can swear it.
Shit. Fuck.
Well done.
There was a bright orange bloom in the poo, and we couldn't tell which one had eaten a balloon. There was
a balloon in it?
Yeah, I know. This was literally like the week that we'd got them, so they must have eaten a balloon at the old dive on the Greenstead.
Oh, fucking hell. Was this when they were literally babies still then?
Yeah, tiny.
Oh,
tiny,
wow,
yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, and there was just a shitty balloon on our bathroom floor.
I was just thinking, like, the size of, like, a balloon compared to a kitten. That's pretty big, like, for a kitten to have inside it.
That big. And
yeah, exactly. And the balloon's like that big. Yeah, fuck. Wow. Okay.
Surprised they didn't choke on it when they ate it, to be honest. But, yeah, we didn't know which one it was, but we've since established which one likes to eat plastic or anything that they shouldn't. So
do you have to fish plastic out all the time, or like again? I guess you don't have to fish out when it's in the litter tray now.
Oh no, I haven't seen any balloons since. In the poo.
That's mad. A fucking balloon like that. I can't go over that. That's mad. That's if you ate a balloon.
I know, but he's not really interested in normal food otherwise. He likes biscuits and he'll eat the wet food.
Are your cats, here's a funny thing, are your cats mega fussy with what they eat? Like Bruce will literally, we will have to cycle brands of food that we buy him because he'll stop eating it. Like outright just be like, I'm not eating it. Yeah.
They haven't stopped in ages. We used to always give them the Felix As Good As It Looks, the posh one, which they loved.
That's not the big blue packet one, is it? That's standard Felix, right?
They both come in a big blue packet, but they're just slightly different on the front. Like,
okay.
As Good As It Looks is more like real meat rather than them cubes.
Yeah.
But one day they just decided they didn't want that anymore, so we switched to the cheap one, and that's the only thing they'll eat now.
So now they'll only eat the cheap. See, Bruce is a snob. He won't eat cheap food. Like if we buy him the cheap Felix, he won't eat it. Tesco packs or anything like that, won't eat that because we've tried everything with him because he'll literally just go off of food. The only thing he'll really eat now is he eats Sheba, so obviously that's quite fancy fucking food. So he you know the little tins, they do like a little pot you can fucking peel the lid off. Yeah, he eats them. He eats oh fuck, what's the other one? There's another posh one. Oh fuck, it's by Purina. Can't remember what it's called now. God,
I know
it escapes me. It's Gourmet. It's called Gourmet. It's literally called Gourmet. So it's got a fancy fucking name. It's like gourmet cat food. So
it's so bougie. How did you end up with such a bougie cat?
I honestly don't know. It's like every other cat I've ever had will eat like meat. So if we had like leftover ham or something like that, we'd normally tear the ham up and put it in their bowl and let them eat it. Nope, not Bruce. Doesn't literally just look at it and go, nah, not for me. Walk off.
You know why?
Why?
It's because of his name.
Yeah, he's Batman. He needs that fancy food. He's a billionaire playboy, so, you know.
Billionaire playboy.
So, he's like, this isn't good enough for me. I need some fucking caviar in here or nothing.
Take away your Felix, you fucking peasant.
You fucking peasants. Give me the real
peasant.
shit. So yeah, he's eating Sheba right now. Sheba's what he's eating right now. But he's so fussy. So fussy.
Apparently, I read this somewhere, but I don't agree with it. But I'm not a scientist, so you know. Apparently, with cats can't taste. They can't differentiate between flavours. Apparently, it's textures.
Okay. Oh.
But I call a bit of bullshit on that because they like. I could give them the same type of Felix.
Yeah.
Like I'll give one a duck one or one cod, and they would leave the duck one but eat the cod. So
maybe it's actually to add thought to that. Maybe it's not the taste. Maybe it's the smell. Maybe it's the smell of it. They're like, nah. Maybe it could be. I'm just guessing. I have no idea because you are right. Because like if we buy like a mix pack of like Sheba, and it's got a fish one, a chicken one, a fucking beef one, whatever. The fish one, sometimes he'll just ignore. He won't eat it. He's a bit more like finicky with like what fish stuff he'll eat. Whereas like beef, loves beef. Beef packs of anything, he'll eat that. Chicken, he'll eat that. So yeah, they definitely know. There must be, even if it's not taste, it's got to be smell. It's got to be.
Definitely, there's something in there. Like I don't think it's just a texture thing.
It's not a texture thing. Because it don't make any sense. Because otherwise, why wouldn't he just fucking eat everything that I put down? Like. Everything's the same. It's all fucking jelly and fucking whatever it is. Yeah, disgusting. I hate it. You know, when I was a kid, all cat food used to come in a tin normally. You don't really get tins these days. Yeah, everything's in a little pack. Everything was tinned, wasn't it? So like Shadow, when he was little, like I would refuse to like fucking give him his food. I'd be like, no, you have to do it, mum. Sorry, because I was only young. I was like, no, it makes me feel sick. And literally, and even to this day, like cat food or dog food tins, I'm like. Yeah, literally makes me heave.
Did you used to get paranoid as well about the fork that your mum used?
Yeah, God, yeah. Yeah, I'd be like, are we going to fucking eat with that after? Does he have his own fork? Like, no, yeah, it used to freak me the fuck out. I hated it.
It could have been washed with, like, bleach and all the disinfectant.
I could care less. It's been in that fucking tin. I don't want that fork ever again.
No.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, because it's not nice.
Have you ever eaten terrine? Have you ever had terrine?
No.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
No.
So it's basically... I think it's gross. It's a posh food, basically.
Oh, okay. I'm not very posh.
No, me neither. It's basically like different type... Well, it might not be different types. I don't know. I've only ever had it once. I think I had chicken. And it's bits of chicken, like torn up chicken with veg, but then it's in like a jelly.
No, I think I've lied. I think at a works dinner, that was like one of the starters. And I think I ordered chicken terrine, and it came out, and I was like...
yeah.
You can keep that. I don't want that.
I think I had one bite, and I was like...
I think people fucking play pretend when they're eating shit like that. It's like, who really likes that? Who actually really fucking likes that? Let's be honest.
I mean, I don't like jelly at the best of times. Not with a bit of fucking chicken.
What, even like normal jelly? Like jelly?
I'm not that keen.
To be fair, I don't think I've eaten jelly since I was like 6. So, yeah.
It's a texture thing. Maybe I'm a cat.
Yeah, that's it. You're like just like the cats. It's that texture. You don't want it. It's not very nice. So, going back to childhood pets, because we've fucking detoured off of childhood pets. That obviously wasn't your only cat when you lost that one at 11. So,
Sweetie.
Yeah, so was it Sweetie and then on to... It is Spot, wasn't it? It is Spot. I did remember the name. I was like, did I forget the name?
Spot's the OG. Spot I had for 16 years. And he was my be-all and end-all absolute light of my life. We got him as a kitten from... I think one of my mum's friend's cat had a litter. And they were all black and white. And he was the only white one with black spots. And I naturally wanted to name him Buffy or Angel.
Oh, that's amazing. That's if you didn't name him that. Oh.
Well, I wasn't allowed.
You didn't actually get to pick the cat's name. So that was one good thing about when I was a kid and we had cats, is like my mum would let me name the cat. So.
Was Shadow and Tommy your first cats?
Shadow was... So, before we go back to Spot then, I'll just quickly tell you the story of Shadow. Yeah, so Shadow was my first cat.
How old did you when you got
But
Shadow?
we had 2 Shadows. So I wanted a cat when I was like, I must have been 4 or 5. And we used to live in a flat then. And well, my mum was like, right, I'll get you a cat, and we got a black cat. I always wanted a black cat because like fucking, I think it was maybe Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Maybe it was like, I want a fucking black cat. I want a black cat like Salem. So I banged on about this cat. She finally got one. And I was like, right, it's being called Shadow. I was adamant that the black cat was going to be called Shadow. So we got this cat, and literally he fucking destroyed the flat. Like, we'd go to bed, and he'd just fucking dismantle everything. He was a hellcat. He was terrible. So we ended up giving him away. But I was adamant I still wanted a cat. I was like, no, he must have just been a naughty cat. We can still get a cat. And then we when we moved out of there, my mum was like, right, we'll get a cat again. Now we've moved, like we'll try it again. And we got Shadow, and he was lovely. And so with Shadow 2, technically, who is the real Shadow and the only Shadow, really. But
Shadow's little helper.
And I had him for 18 years, so yeah. And then we got Tommy a bit later on, because I was like, I want another cat. And then we got a ginger cat, who I named after Tommy, which is the White Ranger, because I'm cool. So, yeah.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
So I've always like Tommy from Rugrats.
No. It's Tommy. I was fucking Power Ranger nerd, so yeah, Tommy. Whereas Shadow, I don't know where that come from.
Don't know. Maybe
just because he was a black cat.
Sonic then? No,
that character didn't exist then. Oh.
Wow. Oh.
That's how old I am. Yeah, that character didn't even fucking exist. So yeah, Spot. Let's go back to Spot.
Spot, yeah, we got him as a little kitty for one of my mum's friends. Yeah, I got outvoted on Buffy and Angel.
That's devastating.
So, mate, I know. But to be fair, I don't think either of those names would have suited
Buffy
him.
for a boy, though, wouldn't have gone. So.
No, and he definitely wasn't an angel. That cat was a fucking deviant until he got old. He used to be such a little shit. He wasn't affectionate at all. Probably because me and my brother were like young, so we used to just like when he was a like little tiny kitten, we used to like put him in like the Action Man truck and the wrestling ring and like everything like that.
Yeah.
Like if he was small enough, he was being played with, like with all the toys. Yeah, and he just used to bite and scratch and stuff. But I was the only one that he would let him touch for quite a long time. And then as he started getting older, he started to mellow out a bit more, and he would he used to love cuddles in the end. Like, he loved Aaron. Absolutely loved Aaron. And my dad. My dad and Aaron are like both cat whisperers. It's really weird.
Yeah, I get that. It's funny because my dad hates cats, but when we had Selena...
Does he?
Yeah, my dad fucking hates cats. It's always been a thing since I've always had cats forever, but my dad hates them. But like Selena, when we got her, like he actually really like got on with her. Does that sound stupid?
No, I think you do. You click sometimes.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like how you click with a person. You can just click with an animal in a certain way.
Yeah.
Like animals have their favourites. Like they do.
Oh no, they do. 100% they do. Yeah.
But yeah, Spotty started mellowing out as he got older. He used to make me laugh because he didn't really like my mum.
Oh, really?
When he got super old, like when he was like 14, 15, he was all right with her. But if he used to be sat on like the kitchen table or the arm of the sofa, and she'd walk past, every time he would swipe at her arse. It was so funny. So funny. He used to get her every time for no reason. Like, she wouldn't have done anything to him. She wouldn't have even spoke to him and just get her. I was like, go on, boy. It's so funny.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he was. Oh, when he was little, though, he was a right vicious.
Oh, was he?
He used to. My brother was quite tall, and he used to have this thing where he'd just go mad, and he would just decide to pounce at my brother's like hip and the top of his thigh.
Yeah.
And like he'd just switch like that, so he'd just get down, with like wiggling his bum, and he would be relentless. And like we'd have to. He used to do it to me as well, but mainly Jordan. And we'd have to like call each other to try and like save each other from the fucking cat.
Oh God.
We'd have to you'd have to get like a towel or a blanket and just chuck it on him.
What? Seriously? To stop him?
Yeah, to stop him. He was a right bastard.
Oh my fucking God.
But then when he got old, he was the complete like opposite. He just didn't.
He mellowed out in his old age. Yeah.
Yeah. He used to let you like pick him up like a baby.
Yeah.
If he went outside and got wet, he'd want you to dry him with a towel and hold him like a baby.
Yeah.
He was just quite schizophrenic.
Tommy was like that as well, but I think that was mainly after he got hit by the car. When he was little, I don't remember him being like that, but after he got hit by the car, he was very funny about people touching him, and he would just swipe at you, like, because he was because he probably had like arthritis and stuff, to be fair. But he was the same. Like if you went to stroke him and stuff, he wouldn't necessarily go for you, but as soon as you like, obviously some people like stroke a cat straight on the head, like, you know, pet him on the head, whereas some people go straight for the back, don't they? And if you go straight for his back, he's like, you're fucked, like, I'm gonna get you.
That's a sensitive zone. You've got to be careful with like any cat, I think, when you go for the back end, just be careful.
Yeah, because they will fucking go ape shit sometimes. So
and the belly.
So yeah, now she's obviously now you've got 2 healthy, lovely cats, and I've got 1 healthy, lovely cat. So there is a happy story at the end of the sad cat stories of old ones that get old and die.
There's not many. I don't know many guys that are into cats or that talk about that they're into cats. Apart from, well, obviously Aaron is obsessed with them as I am.
Yeah.
So I'm just more vocal about it. And I
don't know if I'm obsessed with them. I'm definitely not your level of obsessed with them, but they are my favourite, and I will always have cats. It's like some people say, it's when we lost Shadow and Tommy, because we had them for so long. It was like, I don't know if I want to get another cat, and then we didn't have a cat for like 6 weeks, and I was like, I need a cat. Like, I can't not have a cat. So I've after that like incident, because obviously they were my first 2 cats. I was like, after that, I was like, nah. Even if as bad as this sounds, but I don't mean it badly. It's like if Bruce was to pass away, hopefully in years' time now, because he's only like 5, bless him. He's got lots of time left in him. But like after he goes, I'll end up getting another cat. I know I will, because I just like having a cat around. It's like even if he's not in all day, it's just knowing he's going to come back later. Do you know what I mean? So there is a thing. Definitely. I agree with you as well. There's definitely a thing of having them there, just knowing they're around. So,
fill a little gap, don't they?
They do. Fill a little void.
Fill the void.
I do. So I guess we probably should end it there, really. I guess we've spoke about our cats, spoke about our love for cats and stuff like that. I guess we'll...
I mean, we've spoke about how sad we are. So
spoke about how sad we are, you know. Nearly an hour on cats, you know, hopefully...
Have we?
Yeah, we have, yeah. It was like...
Yeah. Oh, mate, I could have carried...
It's like cat talk. Yeah, well, exactly. But I won't lie, I need to go shopping at some point. I was meant to go this morning, but then a friend of mine who works at Tesco was like, don't come now, it's fucking rammed. So I was like, oh, wait then. So I had to go shopping and brave the crowds and put my mask on. Cause,
are you going to wear a mask?
Yeah, I'm going to wear it. I live with my mum, don't I? I've got to be careful. So I'll wear my little mask.
I went to Tesco's for the first time the other week. I'd literally managed to not go to Tesco's since the day before we went into lockdown.
Oh, really?
Going to like, the little shops, yeah. And I went and I was like, I'm never coming back here ever again.
It's bad. I mean, I had that whole run on the last episode, so I won't go into it all again, but like, literally, like, people just don't fucking care. Like, they just come at you, and it's like, why? Like, it's ridiculous.
It just stresses me out, because they got the one-way system, which people don't do anyway, and it's just, I don't like supermarkets at the best of time, but I just think, fuck off. I just want to spend my time. I want to spend like 15 minutes choosing between these 2 things if I want to spend 15 minutes.
Yeah, you can't do that right now because you're thinking I need to move because fucking Lorraine wants to get past me, and it's like, oh, for God's sake.
I know.
It's just crazy.
Never mind.
So,
yeah, well, I'm sad I didn't get to see Bruce.
I'm upset that I didn't. I didn't even think. I was obviously late. So when we said we were going to record, so my bad. What a terrible host! I was fucking late. I mean, and I completely forgot. Sorry,
I'd be late to my own funeral, so don't worry.
Oh, there you go. Exactly. So let me off. But yeah, and it weren't until we were about 5 minutes in, I was like, oh shit, I should have got Bruce in. Should have totally got Bruce in for this. So instead, what I'll do for video viewers, I'll put a little picture up of him, and we'll get a picture of Atlas and Odin as well, and we'll get them on the video version.
I mean,
you can send me a picture. I
wonder if people have actually found this interesting or not.
I have no idea.
I had an interesting conversation with you anyway.
Exactly. Well, I don't think we've ever spoken about our cat so in depth ever. So, you know, there you go. I mean, we could talk about lots of shit. I mean, there's so much stuff we could just talk about. Do you know what? It's funny getting you on this. I legit thought to myself, I was like, Tears would be made for doing something like this in general. Like, you should totally like fucking take this up. It's like start your own. Why not? You could totally fucking do this easy.
I did my degree in radio, so we had to do like a whole podcast module.
Well, there you go then. Fucking use it.
It's finding things to talk about, though, isn't it? Like,
hey, we just spoke about cats for an hour, so
very true.
I spoke on my own for 40 minutes the other day. It's doable.
I was really impressed with that, and I found it like interesting as well.
Oh, good.
Like,
the feedback. Took my own horn, but the feedback from that episode has been really good. Like a lot of people said that they actually found it interesting, and like people who a friend like Brad, who's a friend of both of us.
Yeah.
He listened to it and he said there was a couple of times where he had to like second guess that I wasn't on the phone to him, and he was like thinking, "Do I need to reply to it?" Oh wait, no, it's just a recording. He's not actually there. Sort of
you've got a good voice for it. Like you have got a good podcast voice.
Yeah, I feel so awkward when people tell me that. So I'm always like, I have a terrible voice. Oh guys,
no one likes listening to their own voice, do they?
No, I am my worst critic. So you know, always like anything I do, I'm like, oh, it's terrible, it's bad.
I'm literally going to listen back to this one and be like, oh my god, Tia, you're such a fucking.
Do you know what? Yeah, I think you've done excellently. So everybody can hear this whole gush session we're having right at the end of this. I think you've handled that very well. Some people will be very nervous, and you should be
nice to your friends and support your friends.
Exactly, guys. Yeah, that's it.
I stand you.
You what? You stand me?
I stand you.
Oh,
I think that's something that the kids say nowadays.
I'm so uncool. I have no idea. Maybe if they do, then we stand. So we stand.
We stand. We stand.
We stand.
We stand together.
So when we're saying that, I'm just thinking of South Park. But yeah, cool. So that's episode 2 done. Thank you for listening, guys. If you have made it this far, obviously, as always, follow me on Twitter at @Azza__. Follow me on Instagram at @Azza__. And if you haven't already, please click subscribe. Because if you're watching this on YouTube, that really fucking helps the cause. Where she's pointing, down below. Literally click that, click the notification bell. You'll get notifications whenever we put a new episode up. And I've got a lot of shit lined up, actually. So, there's going to be lots of episodes. So, this is just number 2. So, yeah, there's lots to come. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed your time, Tia. Hope you've been...
I did. I had a really nice... Thanks for having me, Azza. It was really
right. We'll get you back again. We'll talk about dogs next time. We'll just slag off dogs for an hour. We won't really. That'll upset so many people. That'll upset so many people. I don't hate dogs. Just want to make that clear. Don't hate dogs. They're just not for me.
Controversy. Yeah, same. They're just a bit smelly.
They're just not a bit smelly. Yeah, exactly.
I don't mind scooping out a litter tray, but I don't want to pick up a shit.
No, I don't want to physically like put a bag over my hand and pick it up. That's not for me. What's your social medias? If you want to promote them, don't feel like you have to.
I don't do the Twitter because I had a bit of a stalker.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was a bit weird. That's a story for another time.
I was going to say, that's a story for another time, right there, yeah.
Instagram is @Viking Queen, and that's Queen with a KWEEN, Queen.
Like Yas Queen. Excellent.
Yeah.
So follow her on there. I guess you don't want to give out your Facebook. You don't want to do that. That's
no.
That's not good.
I've got a TikTok, but I can't remember the username right now.
Is it not Viking Queen?
It is. It might be that, or it might be Namaste Tia, because I like to keep people on their toes.
Keep people on their toes. Well, tell me what it is, and I'll have it flash up on the YouTube. If not, you can find it on her Instagram. I'm sure, maybe. Also,
yeah, it'll be on there.
Final fucking plug for people. If you are listening to this in audio form, you can follow this on iTunes, follow it on Spotify and everything like that. If you're not already following, that'd be great. Cool. So
rate it 5 stars.
Yeah, right. 5-star ratings. I'm not plugging them yet because I'm worried that people aren't even listening yet. But yeah, if you can give me a 5-star rating, that'd be great.
Well, when you get to episode like 40 and people want to go back and listen to episode 1 because they think, oh, this podcast's really cool. Oh, if you go back,
exactly.
Hello, people from episode 40.
Yeah, hello, people in like a year's time when we're there or something. That'd be great. But yeah, so thank you for listening, guys. That is us. And I will see you probably later this week with another episode, with another guest who you will have to find out who that is later on. Cool. Thank you again, Tia.
Bye. Bye.